Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Silver's struggle is real. Let's explore. When I'm talking about struggle, I'm talking about the spot price. You know, it's kind of just hanging out there around the $22 an ounce level. And it's frustrating many of us because it seems to be going down, and then it goes down more. We get a little bit of a rally, and then it just drops again. It's a little frustrating. Now, there's going to be many of you who are screaming at your devices, whether it be your TV, your phone, or a tablet, or a computer, a laptop, thinking spot price does not matter. Well, I would make the argument that it does, or else if it didn't, we wouldn't complain about the high premiums we're seeing on silver these days. I encourage anybody who does want to buy silver to stack to be agile and to make purchases based off of a spot price, and to be able to find liquid, highly liquid silver, such as you see here. These are kilo-sized silver bars, and they can be purchased for not a whole lot above spot. Well, in comparison to other products that are out there, and with today's prices, it would be considered fairly low premiums. We have reached a new age of premiums here. Gone are the days of $1.99 over spot for Eagles, or for 69 cents above spot for privately issued pieces. And so therefore you have to really go with the flow in terms of the markets. So what's going on here? Spot price does matter, and it matters because that is the basis from which all your silver is bought if you need to sell it. And it matters when you buy it as well too. But they've struggled near the $22 level again here today. In fact, as I record this video, silver is up just 2 cents, still just barely above $22, $22.09 now to be exact. I'm going to be referencing an article here from FX Empire that talks about where these markets are. It is interesting because you know what? You know, when we think about the silver that we hold and that we may have paid a higher price for, and then the prices go down, and you know, because you think about it, just a year or so ago, it was well into $23, $24 an ounce, and then we're paying these high premiums. Well, when do you lose on that silver that you bought? You lose when it is taken away. When it's taken away and you're left with that. Have you ever felt uncomfortable sitting down on this? That's right, that's my actual wallet. And indeed, it has gotten stuffed full of cards, and I am a cash guy, so I like to carry cash with me. And nonetheless, this thing can get quite burdensome. Maybe it's time to transition to something like this. This is the Ridge Wallet, and they are sponsoring this video, and they sent this to me for review, but it is quite fascinating. It is a way to be able to hold your cards and your cash in such a way as this. Comes inside of this little cash strap, but it also comes with a clip option as well too, very easily folding over your cash and then sliding it in there as such. Very nice. And it also comes with this card holder, and it can hold up to 12 cards. And it's very easy to be able to gain access to this cards just by simply fanning out the cards like this to be able to get access. And then you can get your cards out and then replace them back very easily. It's very, very nice. And I like that it's so compact. The Ridge Wallet is very small and very well constructed here. This is made of gunmetal titanium. They actually have multiple different options, 30 colors and styles to choose from. They have over 40,000 5-star reviews over their website. It is an amazing product here, and they come with a lifetime warranty. And in fact, there is a trial period. If you want to try one of these out, they will give you 45 days to give it a shot, see if you like it. And they also provide a RFID blocking technology to protect you from the digital pickpocketers that are out there. So if you're interested in something like this, it's a great product here, and it will make a wonderful Father's Day gift, I think. And this is accessible by a special link that they provided me to share with you in the description below. And if you enter the coupon code SALIVATE in all capital letters, you will be able to save 15%. When we bring it back, like here, and we have the silver in hand, you lose only when you sell. And so I'm encouraging folks to hold on to your silver, hold on to your dollars too if you need to. And but nonetheless, I believe that holding on to your silver and not selling in times like these is crucial, because it's only then when you're going to take that loss. So this article here from FX Empire talks about how the silver markets have fallen during the trading session, and it's near $22. It's an area that previously was supported, but now it looks as if we're going to see resistance there. The market is obviously chopping around, trying to figure out whether or not it can continue the upwards momentum. It does not look likely to do so at this point. Of course, silver is highly sensitive to industrial demand. That's one of the biggest drivers of the price going down. And I think, if anything, the lack of demand because of supply chain issues is one of the biggest drivers, not for breaking out. Dollar index is another one. And it looks like the global economy may be getting ready to slow down. It's hard to imagine a scenario in which demand for silver picks up at this point. Then you got the dollar index, as I mentioned, which has a huge negative correlation to the silver market. And folks, no matter what you feel about manipulation or price suppression, those cannot be ignored. That is industrial demand and the dollar index. The dollar index, especially the strong dollar, is pummeling gold and silver, and especially silver. It's getting hurt, and so it's only a matter of time before you see silver start to fall even more. Even if we did rally from here, it's highly doubtful that we can break above $23 at this point. We tried here, and we saw prices move above this $21 an ounce when we saw the last little bit of a rally, but it didn't take long before it got smacked right back down. And again, I'm not discounting possible suppression scenarios. I'm kind of seeing some questionable things happen kind of in real time, as JM Unleashed has pointed out in a live stream. But nonetheless, I believe that these natural market forces play a pretty huge role, and that could actually be the precipice for some of these big dumps of these contracts, especially on a Sunday night, but who knows. Nonetheless, the $22 level is the area that we're in right now, and you can see how it is important to have multiple times in the past. It's difficult to imagine that there will be some type of reaction in this area. The $20 level underneath could be a bit of a target over the long term, as we did not quite reach that area last time, but it certainly was the target. If we can break down below $20, then it is likely that this market will unravel quite drastically. And so I kind of doubt we're going to see it get that far down. But nonetheless, I believe, and I'm still hopeful for silver to break out by the end of the year, which is why I'm holding on to my now what we considered somewhat crazy prediction of $29 an ounce. Very well could be wrong, but it seems like an awful long way away considering what we've seen silver do. But, you know, there's been a lot happening in the economy, interest rates, and I think that as they raise interest rates and we start to see stagflation occur, that's when we may see silver finally react. And I think it'll react following gold. And so we'll find out what happens there to see. But nonetheless, it's an interesting time we are in here, and I believe it's a good time to hold silver. And I believe if you can find good deals on silver, it's a good time to buy silver. To not lose hope on the metal, but to also be realistic about it, because I think that is really where you're going to see a positive outlook for it in the long term. And that's what it's about. It's about the long-term holding of the metal to protect yourself against economic instability, which, by the way, that's what I always say, as opposed to talking about inflation, because right now it's not a very good inflation hedge, that's for sure. but we know that in due course, and we do see it react to economic instability, and that could include things like deflation, stagflation, or recessions, and potentially even a depression. But usually it comes up from the rear, as another a member of the community talks about, and that is something we very well could see moving forward with these markets. I believe that the big spikes we've seen in silver that have occurred have been somewhat of an anomaly, and I believe that in time we're going to see the markets react, and that silver will follow gold, and I believe that as the economy does recover, if it recovers, no matter when that's going to be, you're going to start to see demand for silver increase, and that's going to drive up prices in a good economy, but that's going to take a while. I think the only way for silver to really react positively is to follow gold, and gold's got to do a lot of movement in the upwards direction in order for silver to kind of follow, but who knows? It's prognostication. It's fun to talk about, but it does not necessarily mean that anything that I say is going to be necessarily correct. It's just somewhat of my experience and somewhat kind of reacting to what some of the other experts talk about, which is kind of what I refer to as some of these articles here. But this article from FX Empire predicts that it could fall below. I think that we probably have seen the low. We may see it fall back into the high 21s again, but I think it's going to languish there. I don't think it'll get down much below 20 in my opinion. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Hope you found this video insightful. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.